Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we're going to do a Yin Yoga practice for the entire body. So we're going to get a really awesome full body stretch. So if that sounds good to you, find a little bit of space to move. Let's get started, and just remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So let's get started today by laying down on our backs. So just find your way down onto your back. And you can either bring your legs out nice and long, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees come out wide. Either way, wherever you're at, rest your arms wherever's comfy. Close your eyes and just start to find your breath here. Notice your breath. Taking these next few moments just to let go of your day, whatever it is that might be on your mind right now. Just set it off to the side and just tell yourself to inhale and tell yourself to exhale. Starting to soften through the legs, the hips, even the core. With each inhale you take, see if you can just fill up your stomach. Let the tummy rise. And as you exhale, let the tummy fall. So also checking in with the shoulders here. Just let them be nice and heavy on the mat. And just continue to feel the breath. Staying here for just a little bit longer. If you want to reach your arms above your head for the last few moments, feel free to do so. And if your arms are above the head, take one more inhale with them there. And use an exhale to just slide them back down to your sides or all the way onto your stomach. And everybody take one more full breath. And you can start to bring a little bit of movement into the legs. You can bring the knees together or plant the feet onto the mat. But we're going to be pulling the right knee into the chest and giving it a nice big hug. So just think about softening that right hip. Hug that knee in nice and tight. And you can extend the left leg out long if you'd like, or just keep that knee bent. And then if you want to add a few ankle circles to that right foot, you can do a few ankle circles, just loosening things up. But all the while pulling the knee into the chest. And if you are doing those circles with your ankle, just switch directions. And do a few more. Nice, you guys. Starting to release, let go of that right knee and pull the left knee all the way in. Give it a nice big hug. Softening through that left hip. Straightening the right leg if you would like. And then as you keep that knee hugging in, you can add your ankle circles if you want it. And just switching directions. Just one more breath here. And then you can start to let that left knee go. You can either rock forwards or roll to the side, but we're going to come all the way up onto our hands and knees. So just come forwards, bring your hands to the mat. We're going to be bringing the right foot forwards. We're going to keep our hands on the mat, but I want you to send your knee really far past that big toe. So we're thinking about this front leg, the calf and the ankle, the back of that ankle. So you can take your body weight and just kind of rest it on that front knee. The heel's lifting off of the mat a bit. So with that heel lifting up, to take it further into the stretch, you just try to push it down. But if it does touch, just send the knee further forward so that it lifts up again, because you're just going to take that stretch that much further. So resting the upper body on the knee, using your hands to support you, to keep you balanced. And then not to forget about that left leg. If the knee is staggered far enough back, you might even get into the hip flexor while we're here. But more importantly, that front leg, that front ankle, that calf, that foot. Staying for just a few more breaths here. And just allow your breath, all about the breath. Just allow it to just calm your mind down a bit if your mind is wandering to all those lovely thoughts that are on it. Just see what happens when you bring it back to the breath and you just feel a stretch. Awesome, you guys. Slowly push yourself back. Take all of the weight out of that front foot or that front ankle. And we're actually going to move into pigeon next. So you're just going to take the front foot, heel toe it over to the left side, and then lay your shin down. So you can have your heel as close to this left hip as feels good. But the more open the hips are, the more of a challenge that you can get from your pigeon is if you move the heel away. But find what feels good for you. Any discomfort in the knee, have that heel nice and close to the hip. But if you do this all the time, you can start to work on bringing the shin parallel to the top of the mat or somewhere in that direction. So bring your hands to either side of that front leg. Take an inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, start to tip forwards. Feeling this all through that right leg, that glute. And then just try to rest your head on something, your arms or a block. Get nice and comfy. And then just staying as you are, but just checking in. Are you getting lost in all your thoughts and all your to-dos? All the things you gotta get done? Or are you just feeling your breath, feeling the stretch, really settling and really surrendering to the pose? No judgment to which way you're going right now, but just notice. And then stay for another breath here. And slowly you can start to lift all the way back up, push into the hands. We're going to be coming back onto our hands and knees. If you want to come into child's pose or even downward facing dog, I'll let you get into those positions however you want to get into them. But just move slow. Get there the easiest way. Down dog, child's pose, or tabletop. If you're coming to tabletop, you can rock those hips side to side. Notice all those sensations running through that right leg, that hip, that glute. Feels so good, right? So when you feel ready to go to the other side, you can bring your knees back to the mat if you're in down dog, but lift up if you're in child's pose. The left foot's going to be coming forward. Forwards, and then the knee is going to come even further forward. So try and send it past that big toe. Lift the heel up. Rest your upper body on your front knee. Let gravity kind of pull that leg, pull that knee towards the floor, pull the heel towards the floor, everything to help lengthen through the back of that calf. And if you want more, well, you might just find it as we stay here for a few breaths. But if you have to put in a bit of effort to find the stretch, just think about pushing the heel down towards the mat. Staying for just a few more breaths here. Nice and slow. And you can start to just push yourself back so that you can release all that stretch that you were getting through the back of that calf and that ankle. And when you want to go into your pigeon, just move your foot over to the right side and lay your shin on down. So again, move that front foot close to the hip or away from the hip, whatever feels best. Hands are going to come to either side of the front leg, and then inhale, lift the chest, sink into those hips, and then if you want to fold on down. A few moments here, you guys. So if you can rest the head on something, take all that weight out of the neck, all that weight out of the shoulders, and just try to relax. Breathing softness into that entire left leg, that left side of the body. And nice and slow. Let's start to lift up a little bit. Push into the hands. You can come back into down dog, child's pose, onto your hands, onto your knees, wherever you want to go. We're going to be meeting on our stomach, so we're going to be laying down. So if you want to go there right now, you could also go there. But I want you to just take a moment, notice all those lovely feelings that you're feeling through that left side, that left leg. So finding your stomach and your forearms when you're ready. So we're going to make sure that the elbows are right under the shoulders. So tuck them in. Take your palms and push them into the mat. So I want you to grow a little taller here. Push into the forearms. Lift the chin from the collarbone just a little bit. And then feel this all through the back, Sphinx pose. If you want a little bit more, you can zipper your legs together. You can kind of squeeze your legs together. If you want a little bit less, you can bring the legs out wider. But push into the forearms, drop those shoulders, and let your hips, let your belly button just be really heavy into the mat. Awesome, you guys. So we're going to either stay here. You can take a quick break. You can lower your chest all the way down to the mat. Or if you want to go further, just bring your palms to the corners of the mat. And we're going to lift the elbows and the forearms up for seal pose. So same thing. You want to drop the shoulders away from the ears, a little active through the upper body. But the lower body is just nice and heavy, nice and relaxed. Unless you're trying to squeeze your legs together. Feeling this all through the back of the body, maybe even to the abdominals. Stay for another inhale. And exhale. Gently place your chest back down. Just bring the elbows out to the side, stack your palms, and rest a cheek or a chin. If you really felt that one, you can gently rock the hips from side to side. So we're just going to slide over a little bit to the right side of the mat. So just find the edge of your mat and then bring your left arm out to the side, cactus arm. So the hand is going to come to the corner of the top of the mat, and then the elbow is coming down from the palm, and the shoulder is in line with that elbow. So a nice 90-degree angle. So you're going to look away from your arm. So left ear, cheek to the mat. Keep that hand up by the corner, top corner of your mat. And then you're just going to start to roll over towards your arm. Just going far enough to feel something through the chest, through the shoulder, through the arm. And just try to rest your head. Let your head be nice and heavy. So nice and slow, let's start to turn back over onto the stomach. Drop that right hip down. Do a little shoulder roll with that left shoulder if you need it. And then you can just shimmy, shimmy all the way over to the left side of your mat. So we're just moving over so that you can stay on your mat as you roll. So the hand is going to come to the top corner, the right hand. Make that cactus arm or that 90-degree angle. So the elbow's nice and bent. Right ear or cheek to the mat, and then you're just rolling over. Staying for another breath. And then gently turning back over onto your stomach. So you can stay laying down for a little bit, or if you want to push yourself up, we're going to find a nice, comfy, seated position. So whatever that might be for you. Just sit on down. Place your hands either on your knees or in your lap, and we're just going to get into the neck. We're going to finish off with our neck today. So let the chin fall towards the collarbone. Let the head be nice and heavy. If you want a little bit extra, you can take your hands and bring them just behind the head. And instead of pulling on your head, just think about letting the arms be really heavy. A lot of dead weight in the arms. And that's just going to let the chin come closer to the collarbone. Slowly, you can start to let the hands come back to the lap, but let the chin stay. Relax your shoulders. And just when you think that your head might be stuck here, we're just going to let it roll over towards that right shoulder. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. And then if you want a little bit extra, that right hand can come rest on the top of the head. And instead of pulling on the head, just let the arm be heavy. Just letting the shoulder fall away from the ear. And then gently let the head come back down to the lap, but keep your head falling over to the side. And then very slow, let the chin roll down towards the collarbone and all the way over to the left side. Woo! So being nice and gentle. If we stay for a few moments in the neck stretches, you can really feel that. So just move really slow. If you want to take the left hand this time, just rest on the head, go for it. Letting that arm just be heavy. Slowly letting the hand come back down if you're using it. Let the head still fall over to the left. And then very slow, let the chin come back down to the collarbone. And then lift the chin all the way up. All right, we're just going to do a few circles. Draw a few circles with the chin. Nice small circles. Awesome job, you guys. Just shake it out, move a little bit more. Release that neck. So good. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart whenever you're ready. Have a really awesome day, you guys. And until next time, namaste.